She may smile at you, she may laugh with you, she may even say she is fine. But here's the shock. Most women never tell older men what they truly want from them because they are afraid it will disappear the moment they say it out loud. And no, it is not money. It is not status. It is not even experience. What she longs for is quieter, deeper, and far more powerful than most men realize. If you have ever felt that a woman relaxes around you but still holds something back, this is why. Women are incredibly observant. They watch how you respond when things do not go your way. They feel how steady you are when emotions rise. They sense whether your strength is real or just performance. An older man stands out not because he tries harder, but because he reacts less. That difference speaks louder than words. Now let us talk about what she truly longs for, even if she never says it. She longs for emotional safety, not protection in a dramatic sense, but the safety of knowing her feelings will not be dismissed, mocked, or used against her later. She wants to feel that she can speak freely without being corrected, minimized, or rushed to a solution. When an older man listens without fixing, something in her nervous system softens. She longs for steadiness. Life already pulls her in 100 directions. What she wants from you is not excitement that burns hot and fast, but a calm presence that stays the same whether the day is good or hard. Consistency tells her she can trust you. It tells her you are not ruled by mood or ego. She longs for emotional maturity. This shows in how you handle disagreement. Do you get defensive, silent, or sarcastic? Or do you stay grounded and respectful even when challenged? A man who can tolerate discomfort without lashing out feels safe to a woman in ways she may not even consciously understand. She longs to be seen, not analyzed. Many older men think wisdom means explaining, but what creates connection is curiosity, asking how she feels, not why she feels that way, letting her experience stand without judgment. This tells her you respect her inner world. She longs for clear boundaries. This may sound surprising, but boundaries create security. When you know who you are, what you accept, and what you will not tolerate, she feels less pressure to manage you emotionally. Strength without rigidity is deeply attractive. She longs for presence, not distracted attention, not half listening while thinking of the next thing to say. Real presence, the kind where your body is calm, your eyes are steady, and your attention does not wander. This makes her feel chosen in that moment. She longs for integrity, doing what you say, saying what you mean, not overpromising to impress. Reliability builds desire because it removes anxiety. When she does not have to guess where she stands, she can relax into connection. And finally, she longs for respect that is felt, not announced. Respect shows up in patience, tone, and restraint. It shows up when you do not push, rush, or pressure. When you allow intimacy to grow instead of forcing it, she feels valued rather than pursued. Emotional safety is the quiet foundation of attraction, especially when it comes to how a woman experiences an older man. It means she feels secure enough to be herself without fear of being judged, corrected, dismissed, or emotionally punished later. Many women have learned, often through experience, that opening up can lead to criticism, emotional withdrawal, or being told they are too sensitive. Because of that, they become careful. When a man provides emotional safety, her body relaxes before her mind does. This safety is felt in small moments. It shows in how you respond when she shares something personal. Do you listen without interrupting? Do you stay calm when her emotions are strong? Do you avoid turning her feelings into a debate or a problem to solve? When an older man can sit with her emotions without becoming uncomfortable or defensive, it sends a powerful signal that he is emotionally steady. Emotional safety also means predictability in behavior, not in a boring way, but in a grounded way. She knows where she stands with you. Your tone does not suddenly change. Your affection does not disappear when you are stressed. You do not use silence, sarcasm, or distance as a way to control the situation. This consistency allows her to trust not just your words, but your presence. It also involves respect for her boundaries. You do not push when she hesitates. You do not pressure her to move faster emotionally or physically than she is ready for. This restraint tells her that you value her comfort more than your own urgency. For many women, emotional safety feels like relief. It feels like not having to perform, explain, or protect herself. It allows her to soften, to open up naturally, to express affection without fear, to share doubts without worrying they will be used against her, to be quiet without being questioned, to be emotional without being labeled, to feel held without being trapped. Consistency builds attraction because it creates trust, and trust is what allows desire to deepen rather than burn out. Intensity can feel exciting at first, but it often comes with unpredictability. Big gestures, strong emotions, sudden closeness, and dramatic words can overwhelm rather than reassure. Many women have experienced intensity that disappeared just as fast as it arrived. Because of that, intensity alone does not feel safe. Consistency does. When a man shows up the same way over time, a woman's nervous system begins to relax. She does not have to wonder what version of him she will get today. His interest does not spike one week and vanish the next. His tone, attention, and behavior remain steady. This steadiness allows her to invest emotionally without fear of sudden withdrawal. Attraction grows when there is no need to stay alert or guarded. Consistency is revealed through small, repeated actions. Calling when you say you will, listening with the same care whether she is happy or upset, treating her with the same respect in private and in public, staying emotionally present even when life is stressful. These patterns matter far more than grand moments because they prove reliability. Intensity often asks for immediate emotional return. Consistency does not rush. It allows connection to unfold naturally. An older man who understands this does not try to impress through excess emotion or constant pursuit. Instead, he lets his behavior speak over time. This creates a sense of grounded confidence that feels secure rather than needy. Consistency also removes confusion. When your actions match your words, she does not have to analyze or guess your intentions. This clarity builds comfort. Comfort then becomes attraction because it gives her space to be herself rather than manage uncertainty. Over time, consistency creates a feeling of emotional home. She knows where she stands. She knows what to expect. She knows she can rely on you. That reliability quietly becomes desirable because it offers something rare: stability without pressure, interest without chaos, presence without demand. Calm confidence is powerful because it does not need to announce itself. Unlike loud dominance, it does not rely on control, volume, or constant assertion. It is felt through composure, restraint, and emotional self-control. A woman senses this kind of confidence not through what you say, but through how you carry yourself when things are uncertain, uncomfortable, or not going your way. Loud dominance often comes from insecurity. It pushes, interrupts, corrects, and competes. It seeks to be seen and acknowledged. Calm confidence does the opposite. It allows space. It listens without preparing a defense. It does not rush to prove value or authority. This quiet steadiness communicates strength at a deeper level because it shows you trust yourself enough to remain grounded. An older man with calm confidence does not react emotionally to every challenge. When there is disagreement, he stays measured. He does not escalate or withdraw. This emotional regulation tells a woman that conflict will not turn into chaos. She feels safer expressing herself because she knows she will not be met with volatility or ego. Calm confidence also shows in patience. You are not in a hurry to be validated. You do not need constant reassurance, attention, or compliance. This lack of urgency removes pressure from the interaction. Without pressure, a woman can relax into her own desire instead of responding to yours. This kind of confidence respects boundaries naturally. It does not test them to see how far it can go. It trusts that attraction grows when comfort is protected. That restraint is often interpreted as maturity, and maturity feels deeply attractive. Over time, calm confidence becomes magnetic because it feels rare. It feels like emotional safety combined with strength. It signals that you are secure in who you are, capable of leading without force and present without control. That quiet assurance speaks louder than any display of dominance ever could. Women pay close attention to how an older man handles stress and conflict because these moments reveal who he really is beneath his words. Anyone can be kind when things are easy. What matters is what happens when plans change, emotions rise, or pressure enters the room. A woman is not just listening to what you say in these moments, she is feeling your energy and reading your reactions. When stress appears, does your body tense up? Does your tone sharpen? Do you become distant, irritated, or controlling? Many women have experienced men who fall apart emotionally under pressure or turn their frustration outward. Because of this, she instinctively watches how you respond to everyday challenges. A delayed message, a disagreement, a problem at work, a misunderstanding. These situations act like emotional tests, even if she is not consciously testing you. An older man who handles stress with calm shows emotional leadership. He does not dump his frustration onto her. He does not expect her to regulate his emotions. Instead, he takes responsibility for his inner state. This creates a sense of relief for her. She does not feel like she has to walk on eggshells or manage your moods to keep the peace. Conflict is even more revealing. Disagreement does not scare her. What scares her is emotional instability. If you listen without interrupting, respond without attacking, and stay present instead of shutting down, she learns that conflict with you is safe. This makes her more willing to be honest, more open to closeness, and more relaxed in the relationship. How you handle stress and conflict tells her whether you are predictable, grounded, and emotionally capable. It shows whether you can be relied on when life becomes difficult. These moments matter because they answer a question she is always asking quietly. Can I feel safe here when things are not perfect? Presence and listening create a deeper connection than advice because most women do not come to an older man seeking solutions. They come seeking understanding. When she talks, she is often processing emotions, sharing experiences, or seeking validation that her feelings are real and important. Many men instinctively respond with advice, explanations, or attempts to fix the situation, but this can unintentionally signal that her emotions are a problem rather than a reality to be acknowledged. True presence is about more than being physically there. It is about being mentally and emotionally engaged in the moment. Your body language, tone, and eye contact all communicate that you are tuned in. When she feels that you are fully present, it allows her to drop walls she normally keeps up with the world. She begins to sense that she is seen and heard without judgment, which creates intimacy at a subconscious level. Listening deeply means holding space for her emotions without interruption or solution. It is the patience to sit with discomfort, sadness, or even frustration without immediately trying to change it. This validates her experience, showing that her feelings are important and that you are capable of supporting her without needing to control the outcome. Over time, this builds trust, comfort, and desire because she associates your presence with relief rather than pressure. An older man who masters presence and listening naturally signals reliability and emotional strength. He demonstrates that he can handle complexity and uncertainty without losing composure. This subtle competence is magnetic because it is rare. Women notice when a man can simply exist with them in a moment without rushing, reacting, or judging, and it makes them want to stay close. In essence, being fully present and genuinely listening communicates a depth of understanding that advice or action alone can never achieve. Integrity and boundaries signal long-term security because they show a woman that an older man is reliable, self-aware, and predictable in the ways that matter most. Integrity is more than honesty. It is about alignment between words and actions. When a man does what he says he will do, follows through on promises, and consistently behaves in ways that match his values, it sends a subtle but powerful message. She can trust him and she does not have to guess where she stands. This sense of trust forms the foundation for emotional safety and desire. Boundaries work hand in hand with integrity. They communicate self-respect and clarity. A man with healthy boundaries does not overextend himself to impress or please. He does not tolerate disrespect or compromise his own needs for temporary approval. By demonstrating clear limits, he shows that he values both himself and the relationship. A woman senses that she can rely on him to be consistent, even when life gets complicated. This stability allows her to relax and feel safe in her emotional investment. Boundaries also protect intimacy rather than restrict it. They set the conditions for connection to grow in a healthy way without pressure, manipulation, or drama. When a man respects his own limits and hers, it removes uncertainty, which is a major source of anxiety in relationships. Women are naturally drawn to men who are grounded in their principles because it signals that they will not disappear, betray, or act impulsively when challenges arise. Ultimately, integrity and boundaries create a sense of security that is rare and deeply attractive. They show that a man is not only capable of taking care of himself, but also capable of taking care of the relationship. When she senses this, she can open up, trust, and feel desire without reservation, knowing that the connection is anchored in authenticity and stability. A woman longs to feel chosen, not managed or controlled, because being genuinely valued touches a deep emotional need that goes far beyond superficial attention. From the very beginning, she observes not just what you say, but how your actions make her feel. When an older man makes her feel chosen, she experiences a quiet, unspoken acknowledgement that she matters to him on a fundamental level. This is different from being guided, corrected, or controlled. She does not want someone to tell her what to feel, how to act, or how to think. She wants to know that her presence is welcomed, desired, and respected for who she truly is. Feeling chosen is reflected in the small, consistent gestures that show thoughtfulness and attention. It is the way you notice her mood without being asked, how you remember what matters to her, or how you make decisions that consider her comfort and happiness. These actions communicate that she is not interchangeable, that she is not just filling a role or meeting a need.